Harley Quinn, Season 5, Episode 9, the bottle episode. We have a little bit of sibling rivalry, we have a little bit of retail therapy, and we learn that Batman really has to work on his self image. All that more after this. All right, guys, Brent here back for Geek Variants. Cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, Harley Quinn Season 5, Episode 9. We are officially one episode away from the finale. And honestly, we're on the right track right now. This was the best episode of the season, and it was not even particularly close. The humor, the wit, the sarcasm, just how the story played out, how everything culminated together, how our characters are interacting. This was easily the best episode we've had thus far. I know it's a spoof, and I shouldn't be holding it up to some high end standards. But after what season one and season two gave us, to see us slowly come on down, I kind of had higher hopes for what's going on. But so season kind of returned to form here in this episode right before the finale. It's a really good sign. I like what we're seeing here. And what made me really believe that this episode was cooking as well as it was is the fact that we had a lot of interesting dynamics working together with our characters. First off, we kind of picked the episode up with Clayface, who is just in the office, just throwing back drinks as you do with Bane, who happened to have a day off without Goldie and his girl. So he was just like, you know what? Bane's gonna cut loose. Bane's gonna have a little fun. Bane is gonna enjoy himself. Only for Metropolis to get attacked by a bunch of cyber robots and the intent on bottling up the city and then, you know, assimilating everyone into a now Lena led society. So, a perfect, relaxing day that everyone can thoroughly enjoy. Only for that to continue to be followed up by kind of a flashback, if you will, that of Lena having issues with Lex as her older brother. Lex, who hit male pattern baldness at 7. I don't think he really had a fair shake there. Kind of enforced some strict rules upon her because Lex has loved Metropolis from a young age. He had this whole little cityscape built up. He had everything set up perfect. He was a perfectionist. He always has been. I mean, you have to kind of have a god complex to kind of be like, you know what? I want to remove Superman from power and from existence as like your kind of shtick, let alone being, a multi-billionaire on the side who, constantly contends with, Wayne Tech on so many operations. So, that whole sort of kit and caboodle. Fun stuff there. But Lena, being the younger sister, wanted to prove herself and prove that she can, hang with her brother and that she can kind of, play with the same kind of sets and facets that he had, and, bring pride to the Luther name. Whoever's the parents of these kids, they're wildly successful. I just would have probably stressed the success in the correct fields, if you will. But Lena ended up like destroying Lex Tower, the little fake construct of it, which of course Lex lost his absolute cool on, kind of blew the situation up, banned her from the room, and he saw that there was some kind of sibling rivalry as they were slowly breaking apart. As everyone's kind of breaking apart, Harley and Poison Ivy are coming back together because lo and behold, let's just be perfectly frank here, if they had broken up like the episode suggested, or at least this series has suggested, the entire internet would probably lose their minds. Right now, they're basically the symbols for what comic book dating should kind of look like, because we both know that Harley's had a rather tumultuous relationship with Joker. The comics are much darker than what the show has made it even seem. And as well as Ivy's had a terrible history with men. So the fact that she's had a healthy and balanced relationship where she's at currently, fantastic for both of them. Happy to see them kind of thriving, albeit it's a bit of a wonky thing. But let's talk about the real romance in the room here. Is Bruce and Lois Lane going to get together? Because, like, their vibes are kind of strongly coming together. And I know Bruce has a lot of issues, like a lot of issues between parents, dieting, kids, family, trying to find a healthy work life, home balance, and everything else he's got going on. Yeah, it's kind of a lot for one man to balance. So I can kind of see why his eggs have fully cracked and we're kind of figuring out where in life he's going to fit in. Him and Joker are absolutely fantastic. Together, Joker absolutely stole this episode for me. He was hilarious in every single facet. All his jokes were hitting, and he was just a concerned parent trying to make sure that his daughter was able to get exactly what she wanted in life and was able to, intern at the Wayne Tech program, which he then found out that Wayne Tech has been using 16-year-olds to create devices of untold and unimaginable power to be able to control most of the world and just kind of, help Bruce or Batman get everything figured out together. And Joker has so many good jokes in this episode pertaining to just, my Batman wouldn't want to hear this directly to Bruce as he's just burning holes in Joker's head of just the dirtiest of glares because he can't really react the way he wants to because then his identity would be out. But again, Lois of all people is probably pretty aware of what's going on considering Superman's her boyfriend. I'm sure the information came out at one point or another, and people kind of got aware of what was transpiring between everyone in that moment in time. While all that's going on, Harley came up with a plan. Her plan was to basically just wake Lex up, have Lex go ahead and figure out how to mend this relationship, while Bruce has a signal that pulls down the alien spaceship so that they're able to hold it in orbit and they can go ahead and use the Batjet to go ahead and board it. While that plan kind of goes off perfectly, there, of course, is a huge 180 on the episode because Lex, while presenting his peace offering, and of course, Sharon is there too because Harley's mom, of course, has to be there. The peace offering was the train that ran into Luther Tower. So he was going to go ahead and be like, hey, you damaged LexCorp. I want you to be able to play with my toys. I see now that you just wanted to be involved and you wanted to be able to do the things that I do. She, of course, grabs it and slaps him across the face with it and is like, I didn't want to play with your stuff. I wanted bigger. I wanted better. I wanted to bring pride to this family name, which, of course, hit Lex's sweet chord like you wouldn't even believe. I don't even believe that's an actual term, but it should be. It hit him exactly where it needed to. And he's like, baby sister wants to be exactly like me. You know what? Screw stopping you. Let's work together. So they've, of course, decided to team up. They ended up shrinking Harley, Sharon, Poison Ivy, and now they're all hanging out with Brainiac in a bottle because, it's a bottle episode. So we have to go ahead and figure out everything that's going on there. And while all of this is going on, Lois just now realizes that because Superman was always within grasp, according to her watch, that she was going to be able to get a hold of him whenever she wanted. Now, the fact that she's having issues reaching out to him, she realizes she desperately needs him. She just is in love with the chase. I mean, isn't that what journalism is? You're just always chasing after the next story, and right now she's trying to chase after her godlike man who most women would probably kill to be with, but that's a whole nother dynamic in of itself. She eventually reaches out to him, and we end off our episode with her reaching out via Morse code because I guess on company time she was sending Superman messages. Anyone want to guess or speculate how many of them were probably dirty? I'm going to go off on, say, a majority. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, if you made it to this portion of the video, be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button. It'll be the golden logo in the corner over here. There'll be a little circle that pops up here, or the red description box below. You just got to hit one of those. It's absolutely free. And hit that like button if you're already subscribed, as it helps push the video out to other like-minded viewers like yourself. I'm Brent for Geek Variants. Actually, sort of looking forward to the finale of Harley Quinn Season 5 next week. Hope to see you there.